Welcome to the first episode of our podcast. It's the amorelearning.org podcast. So, what I'm doing right now is documenting my process. I've been thinking of putting up a YouTube video for this, but yep, I will also make a podcast in Spotify. It will be this one, amorelearning.org podcast. And the video that I have here, it will also be on YouTube. So those are the two channels that or platforms where I will be putting this up. So this is the very first podcast or episode that I have for Amore Learning. But I've had Amore Learning since 2022. Now I'm thinking it's not growing because I don't have any means of showing people how it works. Okay, and the ideas are scattered. So what I'm doing right now is creating a lesson or creating a course on how to sell digital products. I actually have a membership course that is actually earning right now, but I will not be mentioning that in this podcast, in this recording. What I am focusing on is the step by step guide to starting selling digital products. The reason behind this is that a lot of people, even though with AI and even though with the technology that we have right now, is still not yet able to earn on the internet. So a lot of us were not able to earn from the internet yet. And this process that I'm doing right now hopefully can help you guys. So I'm trying to document the process that I have. And then I'll be reading off from the script or from the lessons. First lesson that I have here. This is the step by step guide to starting selling digital products. So if you're listening and watching this course right now, this is like a draft. And this is what will be in the course so that you would know from step one what I did. Okay, so of course, because we have AI, I'm using that and I'm not denying that I'm using AI. Now, again, even with all the AI that we have right now, we're still not able to earn. I mean, AI is there, the internet is there, but the question is, why are we not yet earning? That's the big question, right? Now, hopefully, with this guide that I'm doing right now, you guys can earn and learn how to earn money. I'm not pretending to be very good at this. What I know, I will teach. Okay. Currently, I'm earning. It's not that big, but I would like to invite you to my journey of earning more online. So, right now, this is the step by step guide to start selling digital products. And this is designed to be actionable and easy to follow. Now, firstly, you need to choose your digital product. Your options would be ebooks, the guides or like plans or guides or templates. Now, what I'm used to creating are guides or lessons. So that's what I'm trying to compile. These guides will be transformed or compiled into courses or workshops. Okay, so this is a guide. This one video here is a guide. And then later on, when this is compiled, it will turn into a course. Okay, so this video can stand on its own. So again, choose your product. It could be ebooks, which is easily done through AI, or guides where you have to guide the learner, just like what I'm doing right now, or what people are crazy about nowadays, the templates on Canva. And what I am eventually doing and what I am compiling right now is the course. Okay, so it's the course that I'm compiling over here. It's a course. This is a course or workshops. By the way, this course will have like regular workshops as well, just like this one. Now, this one is also being streamed on another platform. So those who will stay, they will learn. And those who do not stay, well, that's okay. That's how it is. So you could also create printables like planners, calendars, and art, like stickers as well. And another way to sell digital products would be software, apps, plugins, themes. Now I have this idea. Remember that we have um, mandatory safety training for government uh, offices and private companies. So that's another way to sell digital products. You could have a safety training program that you can sell. Actually, anything can be turned into a digital product. That's the beauty of it. And also, you could sell music. Now, with Suno AI, you can create your own music if that's what you want. That's another thing to explore. And of course, sound effects, royalty free content. And what else? What you need to do, tip, is focus on your skills, the skills that you already have. Focus on your skills. Say you already know how to create a podcast. Focus on that. I'm always giving that as an example because I know how to create a podcast. I have an actual language podcast where I teach Filipino, the Filipino language. So I teach Filipino, and I've been doing that since 2018, and that is the one that I was talking about. That is the course that I have online, and that is earning me money as we speak. And if you know how to write, you could start writing ebooks if you know how to write. But if you don't know how to write, you could utilize ChatGPT or any other writing AI. Now the thing with writing an ebook, you need to really want to write ebooks, and you need to really know how to write. If you know how to write, using AI would be easier. It would be easier for you. Now, another way would be focus on your skills. If you know how to design, if you know how to code, so focus on that. If you know how to cook, focus on cooking. And you could just video or record yourself cooking anything. And so that would be your main digital product, the recipes that you'll be cooking. And of course, in order to market that, you have to create videos or audio. If it's a cooking lesson, of course, you need to show your videos. You need to show how it is done. Okay. Now, another tip would be to solve a specific problem. Now, we were talking about cooking. That solves a particular problem. You could probably create a 10-minute or 15-minute or 30-minute recipe that you could record yourself and then provide that or give that to your viewers. You could give it away for free, and then you could gatekeep the other ones um, that would be the source of your income. When I say gatekeep, it will be placed in a website where learners and people can actually buy your product. Now, that's just another way of selling digital products. There are a lot of ways to do it, but the most important thing is that you give people value. You need to give people value. Without the value that they are getting, they will not buy your product and they will not even watch your videos or they will not even listen to your podcast. So, what I'm trying to do here is provide you, provide to you value. That's what I'm trying to do. And this one, the value that I'm providing, this is actually on my course. And this is recorded. This I have a screenshot for this, and you could get this on my site. Okay, that's amorelearning.org. If you want to get the video and on how I do this step by step, you could get the video on my site. But the rest is for free. If you want to get the other tips that I have on my website, which is amorelearning.org, you could get it on that website. Okay, now research your market is another thing that you need to do. You need to research your market, find out who your audience is, who needs your product. Would it be students? Are your viewers entrepreneurs? Are they creatives? Do they create graphics? Do they create a podcast? Who are your viewers? So you need to find out who your viewers are, and also find out who your competitors are. Find out the market. Find out who are creating content like you. Analyze what's already selling on platforms. Okay, analyze Etsy, Gumroad, or even Udemy. You could analyze what's selling, okay, and find out what's in demand. You could create surveys, polls, or have a discount. So what I'm trying to do is trying to record the lessons that I have on my courses, and I'm giving it away for free to you guys as a podcast or as a recording. And then if you have researched your market, you start creating your product. Okay, what I use is Canva. I use it to record my audio and I use it to record video as well. But right now, what I'm using is a different software to create my or to record my video. I'm using the Google Toolbox to record the video that I'm using right now. Tools that you could use are like Google Docs, you could use that as well. And I also use Audacity for the recording of my podcast. I use not just one kind of recording tool. I use different kinds. Sometimes I would use Canva, the recording on Canva, and sometimes I would use Audacity. And now what I'm using is the Google Toolbox, the one that records video and audio. Now it all depends on w- if you are comfortable using that tool. I'm actually comfortable using Audacity, and this one can be downloaded for free. Just type in Audacity and then download it. It's for free. There is a learning curve with that, but it just takes time to practice and record your voice. And then probably later on, you'll be getting the hang of it. And of course, you need to do quality check. You need to check your output. You don't just record it. If there are mistakes, you could actually edit the audio if it's a podcast that you're doing. So it says here, edit rigorously, rigorously test usability, and get feedback from your users. So since 2018, I've been trying to get a lot of my members on podcasts from podcasts. I have my course or my lessons on Spotify. I actually get a lot of subscribers from Spotify, and hopefully I get subscribers here as well. You can subscribe to this if you like what I'm doing. And again, if you want to get the video, it's on my site, which is amorilearning.org. All right. And this is what I'm using. I'm actually using Patreon for my other course. But for amorilearning.org, I'm using Buy Me a Coffee. Coffee is a different platform, but what I'm using is Buy Me Coffee. I've been using it for several years now. Now, another way to get money or to be paid, okay, to be paid is PayPal or Stripe. This is what I use, PayPal. I also have a Stripe, but it doesn't have payments yet. So this one is also helpful, clear refund policy and the terms of service. Now, if you are going to be using Coffee, Patreon, or Buy Me a Coffee, you will not have to worry about the terms of service or the refund because they could refund their money right away with Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. If they don't like your content, they could stop supporting you. So that's one thing. Now, price strategy. Now, with using platforms like Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, you don't have to worry about the platform fees or the other base fees because, say, for example, you have a tier on Patreon, which is like $9 per tier. You don't have to worry about deducting the money, paying your platform, or anything like that. What you only need to worry about is to create the content. You only need to create content. That's the only thing that you need to worry about. Create content. Now, I'm actually thinking of putting my content in both platforms, Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee, because they have different kinds of benefits. So right now, I'm deciding if I put it in both. I guess the better decision is put them on both platforms. So there's redundancy. If one platform does not perform well, the other platform can perform. Now, competitor pricing. Say for example, other membership sites would say other Patreon creators would um, price their tiers at $5. You could possibly price your products or services or subscription around the same price. I started off with $1 actually on Patreon, and later on I changed it to $5 per month, which is very good. And then later this year, I'm trying to switch everyone to $9. But the old subscribers that I have, the old supporters that I have, they will remain at $5. The free ones, the free subscribers or the free members, if they decide to become a member later on after January of next year, they will have to be paying $9 for the content that I create. All right, now let's see. Next one is to build your brand. Now, again, I'm really not an expert at this. What I do is I buy a domain name, say for example, amorelearning.org, and that would be my brand, amorelearning.org. That would be the tagline as well. And because you're learning from me, you could support me at amorelearning.org, something like that. So branding could be the color of your logo, the name of your site or your service. So keep it simple and memorable. Hopefully, amorelearning.org would be memorable. Yeah, what I did was just bought the domain name. You could do that as well. So you could have a single tagline in your show. You don't have to mention anything else. Your subscribers could actually just go to amorelearning.org, say whatever that name is, and then they could go there. And then you could mention like buy me a coffee or Patreon, but your go-to tagline would be the name of your website. That's what I did. Could probably do that as well. And have a logo. The name is there. Say, for example, again, that's the name of my show, and that is the name of my podcast as well. So you always mention your name or the name of the show whenever you create a podcast or create a video, because that will remain in the minds of your viewers or listeners. Okay, this one, I mentioned this earlier. You need to have a website, social media presence. Now, YouTube is social media. A lot of us think that social media would just be TikTok, it's the Blue app or Facebook, but YouTube and Spotify and other platforms are part of the social media landscape. Okay, you could use consistent visuals and tone. Now, amorelearning.org has black and white as their as our logo. It's just the name and then a block of or a website logo. That's it. And then when you're building your brand, just like what I'm doing right now, I always mention amorelearning.org. And then if learners go there and they register, that's it. That's a lead magnet. And you could do that as well. Now, in the past, people would create ebooks or a template. For me, the easiest way to do it is to do it like this: record an audio or a video. Record audio or video. That is easier for me. But if it's easier for you to create a website or if it's easier for you to create an ebook, do it. No one will stop you in doing it. But in my experience, what I did was, and what I'm doing right now is creating videos like this on this platform. And I'm putting it on my websites as well. So if you're interested to learn more, now I do this, you could go to amorelearning.org. I've been saying that throughout the recording. Now, market your product strategies, content marketing. Okay, content marketing. This is content marketing. What I'm doing right now is content marketing. I'm marketing what I'm doing right now. You could also do blog posts. Now, it's easier to do blog posts now because you have AI to help you out, but you need to edit it. Now, in the past, we are supposed to write our blog post, we need to edit it, and we need to post it, of course. There is a lot of process, research, you need to write it, you need to edit it. Now, it is condensed to editing. So you let the AI do it for you, all right? You just edit it. But sometimes you get lazy to lazy and not edit your tend to not edit your work. Um, it's okay, but in order for you to have an engaging post or article, it's better to edit. At least read your work. If it fits your brand, read it and then before posting it. And also there are like spinners. In the past, it's called the spinner. Like you spin the article. You could actually have it rewritten by AI and then you before you post it. That's the beauty of having artificial intelligence right now. Diba? You could just put a prompt and then it will write your outline. It's a matter of putting the best prompt, the right prompt for your post. All right. Now, talking about posts, you could have tutorials like this, YouTube tutorials, and or TikTok Reels. Now, what I'm doing on TikTok is that I go on live. Okay, I w- I went on live a few months ago, probably a few weeks ago, and now I'm doing it again. While I'm doing my course, recording my course, I'm doing it live on TikTok as well. So you could do that too, because I cannot force myself to create reels. I tried doing it, but I'm more of a long form content person. I do it once and then it's there. If people appreciate it, if people like it, okay. If people don't like it, that's okay as well. My style would be documentation, and I learned that from Gary V years ago, but I really don't implement it that much. So I'm trying to implement it now. So showing your product in action, and this is what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you how this works. Okay, I'm showing you how this works. Email marketing. Now, in the past, I was actually trying to create my own email marketing campaign, but it was really tedious. It was really hard to do. First, you need to buy a subscription for your emails. Say Mailchimp, you need to subscribe to Mailchimp or whatever email provider, and then you would have to create your email. You have to write your email, and then you need to have a lead magnet for that, and then you would also need to have, yeah, of course, the audience. You need to have like a funnel. Okay, so that's really very tedious. It's really hard. It's hard to do. So I find it better. I find it easier to create something like this. Now, I have an email marketing campaign, but it's not the the thing that you would expect. I use my I use my Buy Me a Coffee for that and Patreon for that for email marketing. How do I do that? It's not going to be explained here. You would have to subscribe and then find out inside my amorelearning.org program. All right. Now, paid ads. This one, I haven't done this yet. I haven't done paid ads yet. I'm trying to do paid ad on the Blue app, but I haven't really studied it that much. What I'm doing is free information sent out to subscribers like you and valuable information. This information, you could actually use it if you just act on it. You act on the information that I'm giving you right now. You can actually do it on your own. But if you need help, if you need me to guide you, I'm here at amorelearning.org to help you and guide you. If you want me to help you on how to create videos like this, on how to talk, not in front of the camera, because I myself do not want that. I do not like talking in front of the camera. I talk behind the camera, just like what I'm doing right now. Now, collaborations, I don't have that. I do not collaborate with other content creators. By probably in the future, I would do that. Probably in the future, I would do that. But right now, I do not collaborate with other content creators. So, launch tips. In the past, say years and years ago, the marketers, the internet marketers, they have a plan. What they do is they send out emails, they have a blog post because video was not prevalent then. They have a blog post, and then they would have a lead magnet, and then they would have a funnel. That's how they do it. And then they share testimonials as well. But right now, if you talk about testimonials, it might be hard if you do not have subscribers yet. Now I have like 120 plus subscribers on my other membership site, on my other program. That is okay. I could get some feedback from my learners. But the problem is if you are starting out, just like with this one, amorelearning.org, I don't have any testimonials yet. This will come later on. But case studies, you could actually do this on your own, just like what I'm doing right now. It's a sort of a case study. But testimonials, you could do this later on when you already have customers. So, what will come in place of that, what you can do in replacement of this testimonials is the video that you can create, the video that you will create. It's like it's not a testimonial, but it is like a proof of what you're doing, just like what I'm doing right now. You could do it as well. So again, if you need help doing this or creating something like this, become a member on amorelearning.org. And to become a member, it's free right now. It's free. There would be some paid access to other content, but this particular video is free. Okay, this particular video is free, or you can even support me on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, whichever you like. You can support me in either of them. Okay, now support and scale. Now, in the start, you don't have to have customer service. You would also become the customer service of your business. By the way, this is a business, okay? This is an online business, and you could start it without much capital. All you need is internet connection, your computer, and your skills and your abilities. But if you don't have that yet, if you don't have the skills yet, I guess it would be better to subscribe here on either you if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe here on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Spotify podcast, subscribe because there will be a lot more of this later on. Now the videos will be on my Patreon. I am thinking of not putting videos on YouTube, but I don't know. Let's see if the videos work. That's okay. It doesn't matter if you see the videos on YouTube because I saw a lot of videos already in my journey in becoming a marketer, an online marketer, an online entrepreneur. But those videos, they're just videos. The work is still what matters. So if you want someone to push you, someone to guide you, I am here at amorelearning.org. So I will be your guide because you could watch all the videos that you can, and your thoughts or your plan will still be it will still be scattered. So you need someone to guide you, and that is the role of amorelearning.org, to guide you on how you can make money in the future, just like what I did with my other business, which is a membership site as well. So this is like a slash course membership slash social media. So this is what I am teaching right now. Now, if you are going to be advancing your course, of course, you call it an advanced course, and you could use like an automated way to send out emails and stuff like that. By the way, I am considering getting SendFox because you don't have to pay any monthly fees for that. You pay once and then you could just use it. The the only restriction is that if you get 5,000 subscribers, that's the limit. 5,000 subscribers to your email. That is the limit. But right now, I'm not I'm not subscribed to that. But if it will help you out, you could actually get that. That is in AppSumo. SendFox is in AppSumo. You could buy it once and then you could use it. You could use it for your marketing campaign, email marketing campaign. Now, of course, you need to track results. Okay. It says here you need to use Google Analytics. Honestly, I don't use it because what I'm using would be the analytics of Patreon for my other membership site. Okay, that's what I'm actually using. Metrics that I see there, say for example, there are visitors coming from say Patreon itself, um, YouTube or Google or Spotify or from another website. So that's where I track my results. But the most important thing for me is to um, create audio, create a podcast every time. I started off with just one podcast a week, and sometimes I don't even post once a week, sometimes once a month, and that did not help. When I started posting once a week, it actually helped my subscription and my paying members. So that's the key. That actually is a key thing in marketing your product or service. Consistent posting. If there's one thing that you will learn from this, it is the consistent posting of information online. That is one thing that you could learn from this whole video. Okay. So another tip is start small, just like what I'm doing right now. I'm starting with this one video, even if it's really not the perfect video for me or for anyone watching. It's not perfect. I know that. And then launch the product and then learn and then expand. So it's a matter of starting. You start the product, you start your course, and then you learn from it, and then you expand later on. You perfect your product. So what you're seeing right now is a draft, but what the heck, I'm going to put it out there so that you could learn. Now, in the future, I might be splicing this or cutting this with Opus Clip if I can. If not, it will remain like this, a long form video. So this is my episode, the first episode of AmoreLearning.org, and I will be posting this on again two platforms, which is YouTube and Spotify. Now, if you are following this is the first ever episode. So, but how to create a podcast is not here because what you're seeing right now is the distillation of a lot of skills. This is just one part of what I did. So hopefully in the next few episodes, I will try to create an episode where you could learn how to create your podcast, and before that to research, and before that yeah, and then research and then create an outline, create a recording, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this helps you out. If this is helpful, you could subscribe or you could support me either on Buy Me Coffee or Patreon. The links will be on amorelearning.org. So the links will be there. Okay, most likely this will be free, but I might change my mind. I might gatekeep this in the future. So if you're listening to this and watching this, I suggest that you actually subscribe right now so you could get the information. And yep, I am not gatekeeping anything here on this video right now. Whatever I told you in this video, this is what I'm using and this is what I am doing right now. The platforms that I'm using, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, those are the main two. and then Spotify. And of course, there are tools that I'm using that I mentioned earlier as well: Audacity, Canva. Those are the tools that I'm using. So I believe this is a very valuable first episode, and you will be getting a lot of these in the future. I'll be posting this. If this is helpful, please help me out. And if this is helpful to you, subscribe. You could subscribe. That is a big help to me. All right. Thank you so much.